There's gotta be a way for me to change which screen it's on. But I don't know how. I don't know how to put it on my secondary screen. I cannot get it to open up on my second screen. And I cannot put it into a tab to move it to my second screen. Don't mind me as I struggle. No, I know I can do it. So why can I not? Why can I not? I know it's possible. Oh, there's a way. I'm just stupid. Okay, it looks like I cannot, for the life of me, put that over on my other screen, so Streamlabs is going to have to go on my other screen. Fine, whatever. I like the little hibiscus flower. That's cute. You guys are gonna have to let me know how sound is because I do not know how it sounds for you guys. Oh, thanks, Ocean. That's not ominous at all. I think the ocean may be the entity. Ocean, ocean bait. Can I romance the ocean? I think I'm making the entity mad. This is where all the salty lips come from. Oh boy. Is that me? I kind of want to dig up the face. Can we hold a vote on what I do? Are we gonna dig up the vase? Yeah, it looks like you when it looks like you when you got that cramp in your nuts. I kind of want to dig up the face, guys. I don't. Do I dig up the face? Kind of want to dig up the face. Digging up the face. You know what? Shut up, Ocean. If I can't romance you, I don't care. Smash. God damn. All smashes. Every single one. Every single one could rail me at the same time. Yes, it is spirit. So it's the options for romance are Trapper, Wraith, Huntress, and Spirit. You can romance Spirit. It's like the Trapper, though. They made him such a himbo. God. Huntress, though. Huntress, though. That's how I feel. I love this game already. They are so. This is great. This is going great. I want Spirit's robe with the spider lilies. Oh, I love it. But Huntress, though. Trapper's just a himbo. And Race just hot. Bruh. I got like. May? Ayo? You're right, I was made for this. I was made for the monster fucking. No, I am not. I'm gonna let you guys read it on your own. What do you want me to do? Read? Who do you think I am? Plus, do you guys really want to listen to my voice that much when you've already heard listened to me talk all day? You guys have already heard me talking for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, over that, like 3 hours. Nobody wants to hear my voice that much. Chill. You can read. If you can't, then there's a problem. Oh my God. Do I have to restart and read everything out loud for you guys? Is that what you want? Dude, I am not doing voices for each of the different characters. Not happening. Oh my God. Why must I read for you guys? God, fine. Seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. Oh, Trapper's mean. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. God. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. Aw, thank you, Huntress. I love you. You're hot. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? God, he's such a himbo. He gives Chris vibes. You know what, Wraith? I relate. I would let out a deep sigh too. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slackjawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? No, no, you cannot. I'd prefer if you didn't. I'd prefer if you stopped looking at me like that too. You know, it does if I had voice actors, but I don't. I'm not Lola. All right, I don't have friends that could voice act for me. You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah? Not yet. Oh, my. Hey, Aggro, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There will be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz and it will be very important later. Oh no, I don't like this. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? Average. Just another face in the crowd, another normal, meaningless life, and an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk. Or a grizzly bear. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Invisibility. Invisibility. Same, although sometimes I think I already am. Oh, poor Wraith. I'm not saying I need an experienced voice actors. I don't have 4 friends to voice act. I have mostly guy friends and no female friends, and I've already started this game, so I don't know what you want from me. Bitch, I might be. Grizzly aggro. Same, although sometimes I think I already rang. What was your best subject in school? Oh, actually, it was math. Probably math. It's the only thing that makes sense when you think about it. What's your favorite animal? What is that? What is a mustelid? Guys, what is this? I don't know, I'm gonna go with cat. Definitely a cat. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love for, of all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can't go, you can all go to hell anyway. Oh, that's great. I know. Oh, yeah, I definitely am. What's your favorite color? Blood red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. Oh, Wraith. If you get on your toes, you might be. Oh, rude. What's your dream job? Not working at all. Takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damned millennials. Best flavor of ice cream. Chocolate. My favorite flavor. I think he's just Krieg. I think it's just. I'm dying. It's like Chris and Krieg had a baby, and it made Trapper. Aw. Chris Redfield and fucking Krieg had a baby, and it made this himbo. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor I ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? You know what, narrator? You're my favorite. Hold on a second. This reminds me, I am right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Oh. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Mint chocolate chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. I'm not obedient. It's actually my favorite. Like, mint chocolate chip is actually my favorite flavor. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is saying, say hello to Wraith. Oh, Wraith alone. Oh, poor baby. Oh, I feel bad for Wraith. Look at him. Wraith may be my biggest smash out of all these. Wraith or Huntress. The format of DBD is 4 survivors and 1 killer. Yeah, and now it's 1 survivor and 4 killers. I am not obedient, alright? I just really like mint chocolate chip. I'm gonna be real. The narrator just said my favorite ice cream, and I was gonna choose my favorite ice cream. I don't like chocolate. Or vanilla. Or horse flesh. Yep, I'm the killer of killers. I'm the succubus. Exactly. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. Oh, okay. Sure. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let those bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. You, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about a volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Man, I really am, Spirit. Spirit is relatable. A little too relatable. Where do you want to go? I like the night sky, but I also like this one. Let's go with this one. It'd be great to relax for a second at the lounge. To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold on. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Ahem, survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall therefore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time. So very long, I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. I'd smash both. Dwight do got some legs, but Claudette, man. Claudette's hot. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. At least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is to help us get off this island. Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with? Those two. Claudette and Dwight. Did they just start mentioning something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh no. No. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Alright, that. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. No, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So, what'll it be? Um, yes, that island has Felix and probably Trickster. I kind of still want to go with this one, but I also kind of want to try romancing Wraith, which means I'd have to go with this one because this one's trappers and this one's huntresses. Because I really do want to romance. I kind of want to romance Wraith the most out of everyone right now. In my mind, I'm romancing Spirit. Spirit is just me, though, but with severed limbs and prettier. Wraith moves ahead to the pool at a pace that could almost be considered jaunty. If a creature so lanky they appeared to be made entirely of elbows and ankles could jaunt. What's going on with Wraith's face? Is that a smile? Is that what a smile looks like when he does it? What can I say? Being enveloped by water is comforting. It's quiet, it's ominous, and, Wraith looks back over each shoulder to make sure no one else besides you is within earshot. The fire can't get me. So he is a tree! Okay, but to be fair, I can relate to Wraith because I actually I love swimming. I just never get the chance to. I haven't gotten to swim in so long, especially because I really don't like public pools. But I love swimming. I love just floating in the water. It's calming. Super normal stuff here, as usual. Oh, great. It's Claudette and Dwight. What do these two want? Since everyone's at the pool, we figured we'd bring over some of our most popular pool accessories. Aggro, which of these is particularly interesting to you? Inflatable lounger. These loungers look pretty comfortable. Sleeping during the day, completely out in the open like this, you're really making yourself a target. If someone were to, I don't know, try and throw an axe directly at you, well, you'd sure be easy to see. Not that I'm saying I would do that to you. I prefer a challenge. Huntress may not be into it, but it sure looks like Spirit co-signs this choice, since she immediately stinks the coolest one. It's the shape of a casket. A really cute casket. You damn it! I want the casket! Oh. I really don't really do water, but as long as I'm floating on top of it, that's fine, I guess. Spirit grabs you the black unicorn floaty and sets it in the water next to her. And since you also enjoy the fine art of relaxing here, you can share my umbrella. Well, come on, that's charming. Something about the water and being this close to Spirit is putting you in a playful mood. You might regret. Do you splash her just a little bit? I promise she doesn't have a cell phone in her pocket. She died before they got popular. I feel like it's a bad idea to splash her. She's just said she does not like water. That's... You stand perfectly still in the water so not to send a single drop in Spirit's direction, thus enraging her and resulting in your own demise. Oh wow, she's passed out, probably from how boring you are. Hope she doesn't get a sunburn. For a waking nightmare, you could almost believe that you're starting to relax a bit and forget about how much you can't remember. It's as if the sun's very rays have a calming effect on you, your body tranquilized by the soft light from overhead, coupled with the cool breeze rolling in from the sea. Oh god. I'm thinking of the ocean. I want to romance the ocean so bad. Sounds hot. And you're not alone. I feel recharged by the gentle warmth of the ocean's caress. What is this Wraith stance? Hold up, can I... If it was a little too warm, that might have been my fault. Also, this is a pool, not the ocean. Okay, everyone, just let him finish. Thanks, Aggro. I know this probably doesn't seem like me, But would anyone want to play a game of Marco Polo? Yes! I love games! I'll go first. Someone blindfold me. Of course, Trapper has a blindfold ready to go. It's as if he had it in his hands before you even spoke. Did he just wink? And did you just bite your lip? Good thing you're getting reined in, because it sure seems like you were about to act up. This game knows its audience. It knows its audience so well. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden under the until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not at the end. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? Aw, they're making me do checks. Fine. Ready, I guess. Anyway, here we go. It's time to feel around. Go get him, Tiger. Oh, God. Perfect. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, God. You missed completely. Oh, God. This is awful. Not bad. That was pretty good, aggro. No, it wasn't. Don't lie. Just ignore him. You've just been thrown into a very weird situation, and you held your own. I respect that. That was a good game. I say we celebrate by throwing this waiter, whose name I forgot, into the pool. And look. I kind of want to see Dwight thrown in the pool, but at the same time, Trapper's kind of a douche. Knock it off, Trapper. Oh, fun. Thank you, Aggro. I won't forget this. Well, I mean, I might. Every time I think too deeply, I seem to forget every specific detail in my life beyond the basics of who I am as a person. But that was still cool of you to stick up for me. I'm no expert, even though as an omnipotent narrator I probably should be. But I think that means it's time for the next activity. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This isn't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great. Terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh, great. I'm so happy Lola isn't here. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected-ster? I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, aggro. Real good. Oh, fuck off. Fucking dweeb. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this! We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You'll probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite of you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can bring dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat, seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which, you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Aggro, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps? I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours, and we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please, I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Agar, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean dinner. Oh, hey, Dax. Look, Dax, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. But, I don't think Felix is on that other island. Oh, poor Felix. Otherwise, will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always very terrified of tetanus. You know what? I'm scared of tetanus too. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist of two parts. Clockwise direction on the bottom, your target you're going. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until... yes. You told me. You told me this already. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their mass. It's only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Aggro. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. I like Spirit. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at a seagull! I haven't. That's a... Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Aggro. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But Seagull. Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you. Not unless you follow the right path. Or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise, others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself, but the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious, I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's your best interest to make more choices that I like. Nah, how about you suck my wiener? You wake up to find Wraith holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Now that you're finally alone, Wraith looks at you eagerly. I don't care if the seagull actually waved at you, but I understand the feeling of looking at you from so far away and wanting to reach out. But did it wave at you? Swear it. Wraith nods the nod of someone who's just realized that Aggro is a liar. He's disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you. You know, deep down, you're disappointed in you also. More so than usual. Oh boy, looks like he's about to monologue. Now you've done it. How do I say that? It's just, honesty is important to me. I've been burned too many times. Why does he keep doing, like, JoJo's poses and looks? I think Wraith is a JoJo's character. Saying something about the word burned makes Wraith look away, far away, eyes brimming with tears, and yet at the same time, dead. I understand. Wraith looks back at you with those sad eyes, wanting so badly to believe you. He looks down at the ground. I have something very important to tell you. It's about something very special to me. It's not something I tell everyone, but you know how important honesty is to me. I can't expect that from you if I'm not honest in return. Oh, great. I bet he's got crabs. Oh, boy. It's about my special bell. What? The bell. Philip Joestar. It belonged to my father. He gave it to me before he and my mother, well, they had to go away. If I was ever in danger, I was supposed to ring this bell. It didn't really work, but it's all I have of my family with me. Wow, Wraith, thank you for telling me this. Here, hold it. Whoa, Wraith just gave you his bell? Sound the alarms! What are you gonna do with this thing? Hold the bell. You caress the bell, running your fingers over its rusty... Is that dried blood? Why are you touching this thing? Thank you for sharing this important part of yourself. You hand the bell back. Wraith is looking out wistfully at the ocean. The ocean is so beautiful. It's not real. None of this is. Wraith looks at you more intensely than ever. know if you're ready to hear the truth. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go. I love this. This game is so funny to me. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but storytime is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll literally chop your head off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing's worth. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taken some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule? Even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You too, I know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time. So, Echo, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Ooh, I don't know if I want to do Spirit or Wraith, because I love both of them. I love both of them. I think so far I've related to Spirit the most, but I really like Wraith. We're going with Philip O'Joestar. I choose you, Wraith! Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. You literally carry around a skull and a spine as your little prop. As the other killers laugh, Wraith holds up his skull and gazes into its hollow, dark eye sockets. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in the story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked in a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with the clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger bound and gagged. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder the stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they had nearly made, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. What did you do? He asked the boss. I did your job for you. What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is to crush the cars. The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face contorting in evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. Why do you think we're crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are? I don't know, mumbled the young man. Yes, you do, screamed the boss. Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You just didn't want to admit to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients gave me money, and I take care of their problems. Eliminate their witnesses, tie up their loose ends, or actually, you do. No, the young man whimpered as the boss towered above him. Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've reaped hundreds of souls. The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying. But when the boss started laughing that had happened, something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. Faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl of the older man's face. The young man's face was empty, empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car in the crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside, empty as he slammed the trunk down on him, its stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine, staring at the boss and his sniveling, crying, wet face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in farther, piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled. Empty as he heard bones popping and snapping. But when the boss's head, still attached to his spine, pulled cleanly out of its disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. Wraith stares back into the eye sockets of his skull. It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. An awkward silence falls upon the room until... I'm not going to make a joke because I know that's actually his story. Like, he literally just spouted his own story, his own backstory. I kind of want to ask about the story or offer praise, but I'm going to go with... I wonder what happened. That poor young man. I wonder what happened to him. Oh, yeah, we may never know. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's okay. I can't tell, but I think Wraith just smiled. Sorry. It's just weird to see him do it. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Oh, great. Oh, I hate him. Hey, Mari. Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. And I've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I'm the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. I hate him. I hate him. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you're not going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Wraith approaches you. Hey, I'm probably not making a great impression because, I guess that's not really my thing. I just know that if you got to know me, then, I mean, look, the others aren't around. And I really hate the fire pit. I just kind of hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool. And, like, I don't know, whatever. You know? A dip in the pool with the Wraith? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him, an offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Yeah, well, you can suck my wiener, Ocean. Oh, I think I'm doing pretty well. You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Hey, do you remember my story? You mean the one you just told, like, a minute ago? Yes? Did you, I mean, like, what did you think of the young man in the story? Do you think he's weird? I don't know if I want to go with the first option or the last option. Kind of thinking the last option. Oh, I don't like that option. I don't like that option. That was an awful option. Ugh, that's not what I was expecting. I should have... I want to go back, but I haven't saved at all up to this point. Should I restart and then just make all of the same choices up until this point and actually save? I've been playing this. Look, no, because I hate, okay, I hate games that do not show me the full text of what's going to happen. Because I'll choose it based off of like, oh yeah, this could sound nice. And then it ends up being the most dickish thing ever. And I hate that. That's awful. I'm going back and I'm just gonna speed run up to this point again. I'm gonna have to because I don't like that option. Oh, hey, wait, it actually brings me up to this point. I'll take it. Hey, do you remember my story? You mean the one just told? Yep. Do I say yes? Okay. I just completely spaced out for a moment. Let me go back here and actually read. I spaced out because I wanted to get up back to this point and then... And who knows what happened in his past to lead him to that point. He was just trying to be good. Yes, that's all he wanted, was to be good. Well, that makes sense. Did the young man remind you of anyone? I'll go with yes again, since that's where I went with yes. It's you. It's clearly you. What? No, you're carrying around the guy's skull and spine with you right now. Wraith looks at Azerov's skull, then out into the middle distance. A long silence ensues. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly. Is it cold in the water now, or is it just me? I feel like my toes are turning into ice cubes. Wraith seizes up and squeezes his eyes shut. Please, I can't be around any cube talk, not since I heard that story from somebody else a long time ago. The story you just told us 2 minutes ago. Exactly. The one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous that we were about to make things awkward when we barge in, but obviously we couldn't hold a candle to whatever was happening here tonight. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, but not us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. After spending all day cooped up in those tight little safari-themed resort uniforms, you just know those two rage late into the night. But you're not here to party with them. You're here to get... You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. No. Yay. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Roy's story and about the young man who found out he was part of a sinister plot. What don't you know about your current situation? Is it something that will terrify you? Something that will make you snap? What if you look into the eyes of evil, and what if you like it? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight alive. They're now familiar, creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Minigames consist of 2 parts. Yes, yes, yes. You've already gone through this with me. Oh, shit. Wait, what's this? I like this. I like this music. Can I say it like this? Hmm. Sounds like nothing. Oh, fuck. I want to go back to 98. What's at 100? I like 98 and 100. I did 88. Wraith. Oh, that happens to me a lot. Okay, don't laugh. Promise? I promise. I guess my secret to falling asleep is listening to the sound of bells or chimes. Think of it as white noise to drown out anything you might be hearing that's keeping you up. Like what, Wraith? Like those distant screams we can all hear from beyond the mountain? If that's, a bit morbid, I guess you could hold on to this just peace of mind. It's a knight. They're brave, like I wish I were. And the horsey is cute. I love him. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Look, I'm not saying that my feelings are hurt because you chose to swim in some pathetic little teacup when you could have swam in the vastness of an entire, me, I guess? I'm just saying that you've made a foolish decision and I won't forget it. My feelings aren't hurt. I just lost some respect for you. That's all. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Trapper sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the Wraith right before bedtime. You should know. They're not what they seem. Not like me, who is obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I don't like the way you're looking at me, sir. I was up checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. With something here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember. I think I'm being threatened. I believe I have been threatened, guys. Were you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing the stink lines radiating for... You aren't drawing the stink lines radiating out from me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if I bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest, sleep, maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone for real this time, maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Dude, fucking Trapper, man. Nothing like nothing like a kiss from a bear trap. Oh yeah, it's my favorite. A roll into a bear trap while I'm asleep. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat an all-organic diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. There's always time to turn things around, like that one time I spent day and night searching for food in vain, only to return to my cabin, spent and starving, to find a family of squirrels nesting in my chimney. They were delicious. Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I am a master of self-control, and right now I'm using all the self-control I can muster because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. Haha, that was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them, though. I want to lead them on a little bit more. It'll make it that much better for me when they're screaming. He's a barbarian. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what will happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are a choice, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. I think I have to spend time with Trapper today. Unfortunately, I want to spend time with Wraith, but I think Trapper might kill me if I do. Trapper is Trapper is definitely yandere. I don't like it. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by a campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't roll out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? Talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Oh, God. I don't like him. I will say I do like his outfit, though. I'll take his outfit. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off, right? Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows I'm having a stroke. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. I only realize that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issue. Also, I'm just swamped with engagement, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now's the time. Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was most certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Oh, God. There we go. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even if a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, thumbs up review if it was crafted with love, and or if that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt, construct these elaborate simulations. Vacations. It's not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of a creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course, apologies, Aggro. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? If I were to summarize my time here, I'd call it a lovely time. Aw, lovely. We love to hear that, because isn't that what this place is all about? Finding love? No. Shut up, Dwight. You'll get us all killed again and again and again. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all have to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Sure, why not? Yes, I hereby agree to participate in a verbal contract saying that I, Aggro, will never say anything negative about my stay here on this island. Perfect! Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, Aggro, it's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. I didn't even get to read the ocean's thing, but whatever. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach pods. We're all half naked in the tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you can make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated, anyone see where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding. I always don't know where my cleaver is. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now Hunter steps up to talk about her feelings. The island is treacherous. I don't know what the newcomer thinks they are doing here, but it certainly isn't helping any of us. Whoa, Huntress pretends to be all independent, but is she secretly kind of miffed that you and her aren't getting along? Ah, well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast too, and just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did, or should I say I did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familial revenge thing. And last night was no different. So in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect, there he is. Take us home, Wraith. There must be something off about this island, but it's doing wonders for you. I meant like you looked well rested. Like you just got some good sleep and, oh, good lord, never mind. And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon! Damn, what a power play. Keep on wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy, true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's okay, only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No. Stick it in there. A little more, a little more. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes! Oh god. How does that feel? Intense. Nice. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea what these two even do. Whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh, wow. Look at this super cool bottle of Trickster Brand suntan lotion someone left on the chair. Anyone know where I could buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on. A little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you. Well, know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you're doing, but it sounded like, fun? You think 2 people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day and we spend it hoping we can stab each other in just the right spot we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. Oh, poor Dwight. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, aggro. You're going to need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're head to the hot tub by yourself to clear the head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit. Just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? I want to romance the ocean, man. Aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's, hey babe, breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling? What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. You're just now noticing Trickster. He's been on the screen at least 4 times by now, and one of those times was to try to poison me with poisoned coffee. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You've seen my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island, you know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right. I could give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing. I'm getting them that. And that blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy is gone, and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Wraith. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. Hi, sorry if this is too forward, but do you want to get out of here? I know a place it's kind of, I mean, it's hard to explain. Actually, it's kind of weird. You know what? If you want to go somewhere else with someone else, I totally understand. But if you want to see something weird and interesting, let me know, I guess. You've been around Wraith long enough to realize that this rambling speech was actually him being incredibly brave and asking you out. But before you can decide if you want to go with Wraith, the spirit interjects. Listen to that word vomit. It's like he truly doesn't even want you to say yes to him. Is anything he says real? Really? You should go off with me instead, because I'm not some kind of fake ghost pretending I don't like things. I'm a real ghost, and I hate everything, but not you. I'm not saying I like you, but, well, I could later, hypothetically. I know you like a challenge, so come get it. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. So always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island really got me tilted. This island has really got me tilted. Me with Dead by Daylight, period. So who will it be? Look, I love Spirit, but I've been sticking to Wraith, and I think I'm going to keep sticking to Wraith. Next playthrough, I will do Spirit, but it's all Wraith right now. I gotta go with Wraith. Wraith? Yes, I picked you. Sorry, I stopped paying attention, then I thought I was hallucinating, and now, really? Yes, really. Cool. I love him. He's so cute. Oh, hell yeah. A forest? Here's my island hangout. This is what I call the cosmic dump. I know. It's one of those first draft, gonna change it later names that just kind of sticks. Dump is being kind. It's a massive collection of seemingly ancient ruins that simultaneously appear to have been recently abandoned. And a little beat up. There are stone obelisks, strange carvings, ritual tables. Is that a car? It's pretty weird, like a collection of things from different, I don't know, places? You look around in awe, then look at Wraith, expecting more of an explanation. There's a very long, very awkward pause. Do I try and look cute? So what's your Just as you decide to talk, Wraith also worked up the courage to say something. How adorably awkward. You both stop talking, wait a second, and start talking again at the same time. This is hard to watch. Next thing you know, you both start nervously laughing at how awkward this is. Wraith finally makes eye contact with you. And after what seems like an eternity, Wraith finally manages an entire sentence. So, what brings you to the island? Hey! I could flirt. I kind of want to flirt with him. Do I flirt? Do I flirt or do I be honest? Because I know he really likes honesty. Do I flirt? I flirt. He covers his face and excuses himself. You can overhear him doing breathing exercises and giving himself a pep talk in the woods nearby. He comes back blushing. Sorry, I had to check on pee. I had to go pee. I love him so much. He's such a dweeb. Wraith looks at you with his always sad puppy dog eyes, searching for something to say, anything to talk about. He clears his throat. You remember my bell? I showed it to you yesterday? Of course. Wraith pulls it out. The bell, you perv. Well, I just think it's really nice you picked me to hang out with, and, Wraith gives it to you! The bell! He gives you the bell! Get your mind out of the gutter, jeez. I want you to have it. Please take care of it. You know how much it means to me. I promise, I'll take such good care of it. This is the sweetest gift. Wraith smiles, but even when smiling, his eyes seem sad. You smile back, knowing what a gift he's just given you. I mean, it's kind of shitty because you can't really do anything with it, but it means a lot. Not to you, though. To someone else. Still, cool gift. You both search for something to say, anything to talk about. During the awkward silence, you look around the dub, spotting some kind of ritual table, stained with blood and littered with various bottles. Nearby is what looks like some dangerous potions. What was this ancient call up to? This is making me not hate Wraith anymore. Dude, I love Wraith. Looking to shake up this date? Is this a date? Yikes. Anyways, looking to shake it up, you approach the potions and pick up the fanciest one. So what will you do next? I feel like all of these are bad options. I'm scared. I can't save. Okay. I kind of want to drink it, but it has skull, so I feel like that's not the best option. All right, chat. It's up to you. You get to decide. Because I cannot make a decision. I don't. What do you mean it'll be fine? You know what? I'm giving you guys. Can I? I'm trying to remember how to start the Okay. So, I'm giving you guys 5 minutes. I'm starting a poll. You have 5 minutes to do the poll. I will be right back while you guys are choosing. Thank you to the one person who made my choice for me. Mix the potions. You take the potions and start mixing them. Wraith will probably like a science lesson, right? Your new mixture starts to smoke as Wraith's eyes go wild. The glass explodes, taking out the other bottles in a domino effect of highly poisonous liquid and tiny sharp shrapnel. Wraith runs in front of you and shields you from the explosion. Wow, you certainly know how to, make sparks fly. Whoa, Wraith with a double entendre. Kinda lame, but I'll take it. Wraith nervously smiles. He's endearingly awkward, so, I guess, tell me about your family. I don't remember. It said I don't remember anything. Like, for me to be, like, honest, I would have to put I have no family, because it literally told me, like, the game told me I don't have any memory. Family is all we have. It's our only real connection to this life. It's where we came from and what we leave behind. It's said that you don't remember yours. Maybe we're all just broken. Wraith frowns and looks away. Well, that got you nowhere. The sexual tension in the air is palpable. Or maybe it's just regular tension. Hard to tell with this guy. You look around for anything to distract you. Hoping it might turn into something a little more hands-on, you lay back and look at the stars. Sure is a beautiful night. Wraith joins you and starts... Excuse me? I'm gonna have a stroke trying to read this word. I know how to pronounce it, and I can't. Soliloquizing. That sounds so weird about the constellations. I can see well in the dark, so I'm pretty good at picking stars out. How about you? You think you can take me on in a constellation trivia? Feeling invigorated by the slightly flirtatious challenge, you smirk playfully at Wraith. I've learned a lot laying on my back, looking at the sky, that is. Okay, then let's see how many of these questions you get right. Deal. Oh, guys, guys, you gotta help me. I don't know the constellations. I don't know constellations that well. I'm hoping this isn't an actual quiz. Please don't tell me this is an actual quiz. Deal. Agreed. Question the first. This constellation roughly translates to sea whale and is located in a region of the sky alongside other water-related constellations. I think isn't it the top one? Aquarius is the it's technically a constellation, but it's I think it's the first one. It's definitely not the Big Dipper. I think it's the first one. It may be Aquarius. I could be wrong. I'm so proud of myself. Wraith cocks an eyebrow, perhaps realizing he's underestimated you. You smile proudly. Okay, maybe you just got lucky. Okay, question the second. What do we call the constellation located in the ecliptic, or the path of the sun? Isn't it the zodiac? Because the zodiac signs are sun signs. Well, there's sun, moon, and rising, but isn't it the zodiac? I don't even know what the first one is. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna go with it. And we're gonna hope. Oh, sick. Okay, you got it, but that was a pretty easy one. Last question, question the third. This constellation was first described by Nicolas Louis de Lacaille. I hope that I pronounced that right. And roughly translates to pendulum clock. Wraith nods, impressed. Okay, I thought that was tough, but you got it. Good job. Do you guys want to know why I knew that? Do you guys want to know why I knew that was the one? And why I had no problem answering that question? Because it will be really fun. It's a really funny reason. Okay, I thought that was tough, but you got it. Good job. Great job. You got all three right. We got another nerd on the island. Aw, rude. Alright. Insult me then. I know my constellations, and you asked pretty easy questions. I'm gonna be real. I at least know some of the constellations. Or at least if you give me three options, I'm gonna be able to choose from the three options. But the reason I knew the one was Horologium is because of Fairy Tail. The anime Fairy Tail. I remember the clock, dude. I'm not gonna forget that. Fairy Tail taught me my constellations. Great job, you got all three right. Got another nerd on the island. That was fun, thank you. I feel like you feel like you're finally warming up Wraith, so you unleash the big guns. You want to play Truth or Dare? Wraith looks mortified, but tries to keep it together. Maybe this is progress. I guess so, but only if I can ask first. Deal. Truth or Dare? Truth or Dare, guys? I think I'm gonna go with Dare. I love him so much. He's such a nerd. I dare you to tell me if you were a plant, what kind of plant would you be? Wraith smiles. You're such a kiss ass. For him, I will be. Hold up, I gotta look up. I'm pretty sure I know what this is, but I gotta make sure. Yeah, I would definitely choose this one. A very flowery description. I thought it was funny. I don't think Wraith cared for it, though. Too bad you can't woo me. You can't. Okay. Dare. Guys. Guys. We all know what choice I'm making here. I dare you to take off your shirt. Stop me if you've heard this one before, but Wraith sighs. Well, if I didn't want to take it off in the pool, why would I now? Because I'm adorable. Wraith looks at you inscrutably, like the computer chip running him shut off. Is he about to kill you? And then another sigh, but this time he follows it up with a smile. Oh, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, Wraith takes off his shirt. I'll take it. 10 out of 10. Ladies and... Yeah, I read that one. Okay, I don't have to read that again. Feels like a big moment, like you won the game or something, but no, you got a lot more game left. Sorry. You applaud him as he blushes. He quickly puts his shirt back on and smiles, reinvigorated. Wraith clears his throat. And that way a lazy writer would make him do if they wanted to signify something important and different was coming up. Let's see if we were right. Do you have my bell? I want to show you something. We were right. Take a drink? Is this not a drinking game? Damn, missed opportunity. Of course I have it. You reach for it, but it's gone. Wraith furrows his brow. I swear I had it. I don't know what could have happened. We'll need to find it for... But Claudette and Dwight burst in and interrupt. Seems like they have a very dramatic announcement. We have a very dramatic announcement. See, told you so. But it needs to take place at the beach. Aw. I was having fun with Wraith in the forest. The weird trash forest. You arrive at the beach, but something feels off. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel uneasy and cold. And here's why. Spirit appears as if from nowhere. Hey, Aggro, but you didn't expect this hot piece of sass? What, goth girlfriends can't make silly, sexy puns from time to time? Dwight and Claudette scram. Yeah, use these two simpletons to dupe you. You're easy to dupe. Maybe because deep down you wanted to be duped. But there's no way Wraith can be keeping you happy. Spirit's unusual, disaffected nature has given way to some combination of disgusted and desperation. And it's kind of working. Wraith's a fake. He's not even a real ghost. He only pretends he doesn't want people to care about him, but really that's all he wants, and he wants it more than anything. Ah, can you imagine wanting something so cringe? I bet he won't even tell you his theory about the island. What a fake. You deserve to be with someone real. A real ghost. Someone who really doesn't give a shit. Someone who doesn't even care if you say yes or no to me. I kind of want to call her a hypocrite, because she kind of is. Look, I love Spirit, and Spirit is going to be my next romance option. But I'm going Wraith all the way this run. Alright? I don't even really want to give her an answer. I feel like she's gonna kill me, but, like... I can't say. Fine. What a hypocrite. If you really don't care, why did you go through all the trouble to win me over? You storm off back to Wraith. As you walk away, Spirit mutters something under her breath, knowing her almost certainly about revenge. Yeah, well, you came back. No one ever comes back. Wraith is shook. Are those tears welling up in his eyes? You can't tell because he looks away. There's a sniffle, and he looks back at you, beaming. I want to show you something. You follow Wraith to a corner of the ruins that you haven't seen. He brushes aside some dead leaves and branches, revealing a hatch in the ground. Want to do the honors? You open the hatch with some effort and lower yourself into a long tunnel, grabbing onto a rusty ladder and beginning your descent. Be careful. Oh, this is interesting. Hey, there's chains on the wall. This could be fun. You descend into a spooky, dimly lit room. It looks like an ancient ritual chamber with torches, tapestries, engraved skulls, and animal remains. On one end is a set of intricately carved locks and cuff mechanisms on the wall, a torture area? On the other side is a table with potions, books, and maps. I want to look at the book. You pick up one of the larger leather-bound books, and Wraith walks over, opening to a specific page. You see incantations, symbols, a drawing of the someone chained to a wall. A different language you can't read except for the words Cult of the Black Veil. Conveniently, those words are in exactly the language you can read. From everything I've found, I think these are the ruins of an ancient cult. They seem to be devoted to some type of sentient evil. I think they used this island, or maybe the person they worshipped did, and I think they used this ritual site to travel to and from the island. I think they sacrificed people on this torture wall in order to open some portal out of here. Look at the map. You unfurl one of the larger, rolled-up pieces of canvas, revealing a detailed map of the island. It's all here. Trapper's Cave, Spirit's Lighthouse, Huntress's Cabin, all the common areas, even IP Island up in the corner with little hearts drawn around it. I figured out the layout of the entire island. I need to know what it is I'm trying to escape from. Look at the wall. You look over to the wall and examine the chains and locks. It looks like some kind of torture wall. Wow, what happened to people here? Did they keep prisoners? It looks like they were tortured, but from what I've been able to dig up, it was something more ritualistic, serving a larger purpose. I have reason to believe those prisoners weren't alive for long. Do you think the Call of the Black Veil is still around? Are we in danger? I don't know. Maybe, but I have a plan. All we need. And right as you're finally about to get some of that sweet, sweet information you've been lusting after, Claudette and Dwight pop in again. This time they swear it's a good reason. I promise we're not being manipulated this time. Honest. It's time for dinner, you silly gooses. Come get some food. Dwight, for the last time, the plural of goose is geese. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I love Claudette and Dwight in this. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending all afternoon courting a psycho killer. No. You are really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the, appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here, too. We're not going to do the gag where we all cram them all on screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, and getting this far. I'm surprised, as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murder's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper. No sauce is allowed. Serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain. I like broccoli. Gives me horrible gas. Hi, Admiral. How are you? Dax, as much as you love Spirit, I feel like Trapper would be the one that you'd romance just for the shits and giggles of it. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome. I, oh my god, this man, I swear, this fucking himbo. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. So you had a great time. It was fun. We had a great time and we played constellation trivia. The whole thing left me starry-eyed. Everyone rolls their eyes. Talk about sexy. No, really. If you're going to tell us a story, talk about something sexy instead of whatever that was. Wraith smiles. You're strangely good at getting him to do that. Dwight and Claude bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they are all very tired. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetit. Do you mean bone? No. Almost everything we serve here has lots of bones in it. Even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Thank them. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. In fact, here, for us, for doing our jobs, thank you kindly. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good, something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. Fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma involving fire. I love Wraith. Oh, what is it with me? What is it with me and dweebs, man? And finally, everyone starts moving toward the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. Also, I apologize for taking a moment to like read in between these. I'm eating while also doing this, so it's not like I have someone to read this for me. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell the story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. And now everyone is looking at you. So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or should we play charades? Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Nagaro was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Fine, I'll tell a story. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay, what kind of story do you want to tell? Adventure. Alright, you like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies? How about some adventure? Now we're talking. It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby. Great foundation for a story, for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath, no pun intended. Oh, wait, that's it? Not much of a story, barely even a thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that's all you have to say? No. No, I was just kidding. So what type of story do you want to tell? I don't know anything about myself. Action. Here's an action-packed yarn for you lot. The time I got into a bar fight. The group is interested, they lean in. I'm all ears, and I'm not talking about the bucket of them I have on my boat. You crack open a beer by smashing the bottle cap off the nearest rock before starting. I'm at a local watering hole, powering up with my regular 12 beers before I slay at the pool table. Slay is good. Steely Dan blasts from the jukebox. Bartender's tip jars filled to the brim. Pound the final pint and smash the glass on the counter. They demand shots for the entire joint. The patrons cheer for me. I am their god. Suddenly, I hear the telltale revving of engines outside motorcycles. Wait, is it a saloon now? And in walks my arch nemesis, Big Slim. The Giant of North Toledo. Oh, boy. He sounds sexy. Thought I smelled something acrid from Akron when I popped off the hog. Slim says with a sneer. What is this, Ohio? That's just Ohio. It's just Ohio, guys. Oh, boy. I get up from my stool, the gal behind me rubbing my shoulders, revving me up for the inevitable fight. Long way from home, aren't we, Slim? What are the fine people of Elm Street going to do without someone to sell them someone's second-hand cufflinks tonight, I taught him. He strokes his oily beard. The story has a lot of specific geographic references in it. I have a perfectly good job at the pawn shop. Why are you coming at me like that? Slim yells. That's fair, I scream back. Why do we even have to hate each other? I can't even remember. Something about me cutting you off in traffic, but it was a misunderstanding, Slim yells. Well then, let's hug it out, I say, tears starting to well in my eyes. And we made up. What about the bar fight? Oh yeah, we got into a real blowout fight later that night. Really yelled our proverbial heads off, but it was just an argument about whether you should say pop or soda. Come on! I gave up headlining at Coachella for this? This is literally just Ohio. Is it pop or soda? Toledo, Akron. It's literally just. I hate it here. Spirit laughs hysterically, probably laughing at you. But it's a laugh you're ready to accept. That sure was a kind of story, technically. Okay. That was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end it there. So, who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. So, I chose Wraith last time, and I've been choosing Wraith for everything else. I think this time I'm actually going to choose Spirit. I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride, technically, I suppose, the fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt, so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful, shabby chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. They chose the Lokoi, by the way, so fancy. When it came to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiancé, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on such a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancée decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day, she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored by the incredible variety of flowers in the woods, she surveyed the bride, or the fiancé, since they had not been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were so that she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancée told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon a familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before, and just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancée ignored her son's spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower, and every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, and possibly even more beautiful blooms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the bride, or the fiancée, crept farther and farther into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned to look back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancée was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, into the forest, but there was no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are, and out there all alone. But it was beautiful and sad, just like someone we know. How was story time? A lot of people like to talk pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Aggro, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move from the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. So I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight and try not to wink end up dead. Why did you say the words wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you trying to get at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident, and you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear something trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs? Probably tired before you got too far. If it's running away to some place more secluded at aggro's after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. I don't get it. Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for the evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder's Ireland comes to close. No, I'm not satisfied with that name either, but with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, that guy. I'm sticking with Wraith again. Wraith? I knew you'd never pick me. Who am I kidding? But I did pick you. Wraith immediately turns and runs away. It's not like he didn't tell you what you were getting into. Follow him. We catch up to Wraith and, as usual, he appears a little anxious. Hey, you seem a little off. What's wrong? Wraith stops and tries not to look at you. After a moment, he relaxes. You can't tell. Huh? You must be getting to know me pretty well. There's that big sigh again. Sorry, sometimes I get too in my head. You nod understandingly. Well, maybe there's some way we can get you out of there. He's not that active. I feel like this means something else. That will work. There's no way Wraith will misinterpret this. That's a great idea. But maybe we can both keep clean and if I go grab Dwight and get him dirty instead. As Wraith runs off to kidnap Dwight for some nefarious purpose, the narrator looks at you and smirks. Yes, the narrator is so smug about being right that they are now talking in the third person. Alright, I get it. You're right. Thank you. Wraith returns with an exhausted-looking Dwight and some shovels, and you realize you will now be burying Dwight in the sand and making a sand sculpture around his head. Look, I know this isn't really what you had in mind, but it still seems kind of fun. Okay, what sand sculpture do you want to build? A car. Let's put Dwight into a car. Wraith has a wide-awake night terror. His eyes go wide. He mumbles. Oh boy, I forgot about the cars. You envelop him in a wordless hug. Sometimes silence is the best thing, you know? I wish Trapper understood that. Spirit could use a reminder too. What a downer she can be. Wraith eventually calms down, still looking away. Thank you, sorry, You don't need to apologize or explain. Wraith turned to you, smiling sheepishly. Wow, this day went by so fast. I guess it's over. I don't understand. Why is it? You strange, beautiful weirdo. Oh, God, I love him. He's such a dweeb. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday we were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Oi, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered at the volleyball court for the new type of game. Pick your dream date and see who aggro chooses. Who's ready for round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it, even if in this case, it's a subtle dig. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in a polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also to the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you. I'd love to. So, aggro, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded? Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much, I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. And if you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Okay, first off, what is this, soldier? Why is he calling me a maggot? This isn't TF2. Great, Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper. Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing. Go away. Then, boy, oh boy, I've got such an adventure plan. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? I guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing, because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Hit a spirit. Figuratively. Damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it. If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper, dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. She's great. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang out with Spirit. Sorry, anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know, I'd really prefer to just tell Aggro privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Aggro? Wraith considers it for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we have to find my bell. It's going to be really special, the kind of thing where we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Haha. Oh gosh. How could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up. This has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time, and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there, you just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof, it's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare even try? You mean, that's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's traumatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings, someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. eek, if you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Oh. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dax. Gonna break your heart getting rid of Trapper. This was very simple. Trapper, you scare the living shit out of me. You are eliminated. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me. You personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I was totally going to do tomorrow the first chance I got, so really this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you, though. Out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open. And have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind, because of course they'll be receiving a consolation prize. You might not get to go home with aggro when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our limited player home with... Trapper with a fucking trickster pillow. Their own mostly new trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real trickster might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Aggro. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep well tonight, knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight, knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know us two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Thank you for the head pats and the big stretch. Oh. Ah. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil-may-care, but the truth is, I'm really a pessimist at heart. It tends to happen when your mother is skewered by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how'd you know? Wild guess. It's also the only thing you would talk about. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree and I'm feeling peckish. I don't remember the last time I felt this nervous? Excited? Chemically, those two feelings are really similar, but, I don't know. Aggro is really great. What else do you want me to say? I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. And I'm a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I get eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Nah. What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything. You feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low-budget, old-school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show-style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media, NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island, it's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone the Trickster said that about them. Don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghostfoot. Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Come on. Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, Aggro. You too, narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Yeah, seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? No. What? No! No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's a thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. Never mind. What does that mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. How's that possible? You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh, great. What's it gonna be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Trevor get eliminated for the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life, that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, these sweet sugary drinks. It sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity, the unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment. Let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes. That was a weird way to end. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? Let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyways, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so get the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow is gonna be a doozy. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which is sort of okay with. Hey, at least the crab and I are buddies. What's that? You don't know about the killer crabs? Oh, right. You didn't go on that Huntress date. You really missed out. It's thrilling. Or I guess it would have been. You'll have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that look on their faces excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time! Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand, flanked by tiki torches, a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? You paid him good money to make some half-assed cameos in the show. I'm gonna chew his agent out. But before they walk you over for your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us, Aggro. It can't be easy being thrown onto a mysterious island of seemingly no real reason, surrounded by terrifying killers trying to manage your most final impulses. You've kept a cool head and treated us. You're fairly friendly island host with dignity and respect, so don't tell anyone told you this, but Claudette and Dwight look around conspirator. Ah. Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are a two-way street, so if you don't have a green light for in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. Friend zone? That doesn't sound bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. These are killers and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say no more. Okay, so who's into me? Well, you and Wraith are sure were awkwardly hanging out yesterday, huh? Not many people can get him to open up. But you somehow managed it. So are you ready? Of course you're not. But too bad, we're on a schedule. Well, I was gonna choose Wraith anyways, so. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, and there are clearly sparks in the air. And I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for a newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't, but who cares? Aggro, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The other thing where the suitor gets a flower, a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right. I suppose, but no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose and I got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Aw, that's pretty. I like it. Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saves some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. You have other things to think about right now. Aggro, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? Wraith. You turn to Wraith and let out a sigh. Wow. Are you becoming more like him? Wraith, since I got to this island, I have been drawn to your quiet nature, your unassuming good looks, and nervous energy you bring to every situation, no matter how normal and mundane. I love the way your brain works, I love the way your body moves, and I love how we are together. Wraith looks like he just watched the Earth explode from an orbiting space shuttle. His mouth hangs open a little, his eyebrows twitch. No one can tell if he's too excited to process or partially dead. Anything to say, Wraith? Sounds about right. As you board the yacht, Wraith is unsurprisingly quiet, but the awkward vibes are down by about 60%. Good job, I guess. It was nice of Trapper to volunteer his yacht for the start of this day-long date, but a bit dismissive of him to say that you two were so boring that the yacht itself wouldn't even notice you were there. What would he know about fun anyway? He wears an old-timey one-piece bathing suit like the strongman from the bygone carnival. Come to think of it, that actually is a little fun. Wraith just has a regular button-up shirt and shorts on. Now. No. Now's not the time to think about Trapper and the way his vintage singlet hugs his curves just right. That's what he wants. Classic Trapper trap. You're here with Wraith, remember? Who you chose for some very good reasons you must have, I'm sure. You cast all other thoughts out of your mind and stand at the edge of the deck, looking out at the ocean, wondering what's out there, where you even are. The gentle rocking of the waves feels comforting as you turn to face your paramour. Wraith can barely look at you. Is it just nerves or something else? I can't believe after spending so much time with me, you'd still want to do it more. I'm only going to disappoint you. You could never disappoint me. Well, we'll see about that. We still have a full day ahead of us. Speaking of which, what exactly do you have planned for me today? Before we get to that, I need to tell you something about me, but ultimately more about you. We've spent a lot of time together, you know me pretty well. You know how easily I get flustered, how introverted in my head I am? Ah, I've been talking too long. You know I'm awkward around other people, triggered by the sight or talk of money, weird about intimacy, but you're incredibly kind and patient. You put up with my quirks, and after spending so much time with you, I feel like I've changed. Something about you puts me at ease. I feel different, and that's good. I had to change in order to spend this day with you, but the way I want. Because I love... Almost there. He still can't say it. That's okay, though. You smile at him warmly. See? There it is. You always know how to comfort me. I haven't had that in a long time. Anyone I've been close to has been abandoned to me. Usually against their will, but it still hurts, so why bother trying to connect with anyone? They're just going to be brutally murdered while I watch or overhear or sleep through it. You put your hand on his shoulder. All I want is someone to love, a family to care for, not touched by evil or greed or power, a small house in the middle of nowhere, never bothered by anyone. You're the first person forever I felt like I could see a future with. Thank you for the night sounds. You also activated the green horns, and I have other horns active at the same time. Wraith holds up Azarov's skull. My story about the man who pulled out his boss's skull and spine, that was about me. You almost tell him that you know. Everyone knows, but decide against it. Too long I have been attached to Azerov's skull. I have let define me. No more. Wraith tosses the skull into the water. As he watches it sink, you notice a gold coin on the ground that dislodged from it. You know how Wraith is with gold coins. What do you do? Alright, sure. I mean, he's not even looking, but okay. Waste an opportunity to pick up a perfectly valuable object that might come in handy very soon. Wraith turns to you, smiling. He seems like a new man. Let's go back to the dump. What a romantic sentence to start this date with. As you walk into the cosmic dump, Wraith oozes nervous excitement. Oh gosh, do I have something incredible planned for tonight? He even tries to wink. It's kind of grotesque, but hey, the sad boy is finally opening up. He pulls out some lotions and oils. Sensual. You ready? That's odd. What's wrong? No, it's just you're holding Azerov's skull again. You just made a whole big thing about how you feel like you've changed and you're not defined by it and you threw it away? Yeah, I did. Azarov was terrible. I am no longer using his skull as my security blanket. This is Brother Paul. Also, a really bad guy I took care of. I have 20 of these things. All real bad guys. Oh, well, guess you can't really change some people. I love him. Anyway, back to our exciting night to end all nights. I'll stay here and prepare. If you want to go find my bell, takes a step closer and whisper, and when you come back, we can ring it. Hey-o? Wow, what does that even mean? I don't know what it seems. I don't know, but it seems very exciting. And look what you've done to this anxious, shy boy. He's losing his inhibitions, and maybe soon he'll be losing his clothes. To get there, though, you have to find the bell. It's gotta be somewhere on this island, right? Where do you start looking? You take another look at Wraith's hotpod. I think I found all I'm looking for right here. I didn't mean... the bell got lost in that area. I've already done this, so we're gonna... Now I have all 3 sets of horns on, guys. Come on. Alright, where are we going first? Huntress's cabin, Trapper's cave, or the Black Lighthouse, which is Spirit's area. Cabin? Alright. I love a cabin in the woods. Great things are always happening at those. People are walking into them and back out of them unscathed all the time. You turn to leave and catch Wraith winking at you again as you exit. You know what? Maybe that wasn't a wink at all. Some of the mud he uses to cover up his face is probably dripping while he sweats anxiously. Wait, he uses mud to cover himself up? That's what it is? I like how you both say cabin. I chose the cabin. I chose the cabin. You enter Huntress's cabin and relax. It's disarmingly cozy with a warm, quirky vibe. You feel like you could live here, if a cookie killer didn't already. You reach out for it, but you're tackled from behind. It's Huntress. You hold an axe to your throat. I found you. Now I get to kill you. I'm running a very complicated long con on Wraith. I'm trying to find his bell so he can do something. I don't know. But I'll probably use it to play a joke on him instead. This sounds like a fun game. Want to play another one? Sure. Great. I've got the perfect game in mind. Hide and seek, but you can't find me. Ready or not, here I come. Ready. Perfect. Not bad. Oh god, that was bad. Not bad. Oh Jesus, fuck. God. You're silly. If this was real hide and seek, you'd be dead by now. But this doesn't change anything. What do you mean? I'm so mad you broke into my house. Which is too bad because maybe I do know something about the bell. Maybe I'll tell you later. We'll see. Huntress goes into another room and you realize you're not going to get anything else here. Except possibly killed. So where to next? Where to next, guys? I kinda wanna go fuck with Trapper next. Maybe Trapper's Cave? At least I know to look out for, well, traps. With that in mind, I'm sure I can get in and out safely and find that bell. To Trapper's Cave! Surely what you're looking for will be there? It's not like Wraith has purposely sent you on a wild goose chase that will ultimately end up pointless. Okay, but Trapper's Cave is cool as fuck. I like it here. You enter Trapper's Cave tentatively. He is called Trapper. It stands to reason there may be some traps. Illuminated in deep blue, the cave is home to a pool of water that shimmers and shines. You find yourself hoping Wraith's bell isn't in there. You hear a voice from behind a pile of rocks, like a feeble old man calling for help. Look around the cave. You ignore the voice and look around the cave because you have a job to do. Hey, maybe play this again and find out who the voice belongs to. Just saying, could be fun. Oh, what's this? You found a ghost coin. Leave it. You know what? Rather than hear somebody remind me that this is Trapper's Cave after all, I'm just gonna not touch anything. You step back from all things shiny and enticing and consider just leaving and figuring out this whole bell situation some other way. Well, if it isn't aggro, you decide against spending time with me, and yet here you are, in my cave. Can't help but be drawn to me, can you? What is it? My animal magnetism, my musk, my hopeless devotion to leg day? I don't think Wraith has ever set foot in a leg day. No time to figure out what the hell that even means. You think fast. Oh, you're right, Trapper. It's the leg day thing. I love your legs, and also the musk. Love a good musk. Knew it. Listen, I know I made the wrong choice eliminating you and going with Wraith, but how could I have been so stupid? You should probably cleave me in two, hack me in pieces. I deserve worse, but if you'll let me, I want to go back to Wraith and tell him I made a mistake and I'm leaving him. For you. Trapper stares at you unnervingly, a twinkle in his eye. I should probably cleave you in two, you're right, but it takes a truly self-assured person to admit their mistakes, and you're clearly aware that you're stupid, so we're making progress. Whoa, are you pulling this off? I'll let you go on one condition. When you break the news that you're leaving him for me, tell him he has skinny chicken legs. Yes, if you want, I can tell him that. Trapper lets out a hearty laugh. Oh yeah, I want. You scramble out of Trapper's cave as you hear his deep laughter echo behind you. Hope the bell wasn't here, because if it was, you're never going to get it. So, where to next? Yeah, I think Wraith is only leg day. Man is all leg. But, oh my god. Every interaction with Trapper is just so fucking funny. I suppose I could check out the creepy black lighthouse on the edge of the island. Lighthouses usually only have one big room at the top. Should be easy enough to search. To the black lighthouse. Surely what you're looking for will be there. It's not like Wraith has purposely sent you on a wild goose chase that will ultimately end up pointless. You arrive at the black lighthouse, optimistic and full of purpose. You don't see a bell anywhere. Spirit? Hello? Nothing. She's nowhere to be found. Let's be honest, her heart was never really in this process, was it? You start poking around, wondering if Spirit took the bell and hid it somewhere around here. Oh, hey, hot stuff. You turn to see Trickster, casually posed, light reflecting off his perfect skin, all of his too many abs glistening perfectly. Doing some snooping. I'm looking for Spirit. Me too, actually. We were gonna do face masks. I told her I'd show her around my stage over on IP Island. It's tight. All the killers we couldn't clear to be in this game are hanging out over there, just out of view, and any interested parties' lawyers. Having a blast, doing shots, making content. Oh my dude, you have got to meet my good friend. Nope, stop right there. I'm not getting sued over a dating sim. I feel it. Hey, have you seen Ray Spell anywhere? I'm not gonna lie to you, friend. I have no idea who you're talking about. But, do you want to hop over to the other island? Check out my stage? No, absolutely not. I'm on a mission. Trickster shrugs. Guess we're all on our own journey. Till we meet again. As Trickster vanishes, you ponder your next move, and I'm left wondering, who'd just say no to checking out the sexy pop star's special hideaway? You've already searched the spots that Huntress and Trapper hang out, and now you've also searched Spirit's spot, and by sheer dumb luck, you've even bumped into Trickster too. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called you dumb, but it looks like you're just going to have to admit defeat on this one and head back to Wraith empty-handed. You tried hard. You really did. If you were a game, I'd give you a good review. That being said, Wraith is, well, I don't want to say unkind, because he has been really nice this whole time, but there is that whole spine-ripping thing. You enter the ruins of the Cosmic Dump, prepared to deliver Wraith the bad news. I know he seems sweet and shy and like he's not a killer, but he totally is. Is there a chance he could kill you? But the place is empty. Phew, Wraith must be off somewhere. Still preparing. What are you gonna do? You still don't have the bell. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Who are you talking to? Huntress pops up from behind the giant obelisk, smiling behind her mask. Followed you back. It was fun, like a cat stalking prey. Oh yeah, that sounds fun. After you left, I was thinking, I want to tell you about the bell. Oh my god, Huntress, thank you. But it's going to cost you. You fish around in your pockets for anything of value, but they're completely empty. I'm sorry, I don't have anything else to give you. Oh, there are other ways you can pay. Don't worry, silly. Nothing crazy, haha. I never do anything crazy. All you have to do is sing me my favorite song. Oh no, is it in Russian? No, it's the ABCs. Oh, okay. That's all I have to do? Yeah. Damn, Huntress looks jazzed as hell. She is truly unhinged. You clear your thought. Here it goes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Q, R, F. Yeah, it is annoying. Should have managed your money better. It's never too late to get serious about it, you know? I have a cousin who's really good with all this stuff. I can put you in touch. Sorry, I know what you're thinking, and you're right. This isn't the time for this. STUVWXYZ. Huntress applauds like a lunatic. Oh, I like this picture of a Huntress. Huntress applauds like a lunatic. That was so good. Again. Okay, so Wraith spell. I saw Spirit with it yesterday. She was walking back from here and she said she was eavesdropping on your date. So when you weren't looking, she stole it to sabotage your budding relationship with Wraith. I think she said something about cringy truth or dare game. I think they had a fling or something and she's still mad about it. Or not, who knows? She's definitely mad about something. Even though it's rusty and old, it's still kind of shiny, so I offered to pay her for it. But she said she had the perfect spot for it picked out at the top of her lighthouse. Oh, great. I need to get back to the lighthouse and deal with Spirit. Tell her I'll still buy it from her. Oh, great. I need to get back to my house. Yay. I'll cuddle in her big, meaty arms. Huntress can cuddle me. You return to the lighthouse and head right upstairs. No more messing around. And this time, Spirit is waiting for you. Word on the street is you're looking for me? Did you have tricks to distract me? Spirit rolls her eyes. You're really piecing it together, huh, Sherlock? Alright, whatever. I messed with Wraith a little. I'm so sorry. It does not sound like she's actually sorry. So you want Wraith's spell? How about we play a little game? I call it Don't Look in the Light, or Die. You can only open your eyes when I'm blocking the light. If you look directly at it, I'll die. Precisely. You're much smarter than you look, no offense. Stop on Spirit and don't look straight into the light. If you look directly at it, your brain will probably won't survive the stress. Oh, yay. Perfect. Not bad. Oh, fuck me. You missed completely. Oh, fuck. Dude. So light isn't completely fatal, I guess. Only half of your brain and a portion of your soul is damaged. The rest seems to be mostly okay, as far as I can tell. Spirit hands over the bell. Dude, that stuff is so fucking fast. Now please leave me alone. Gladly. And with that, you march triumphantly back to Wraith. Ah! Hi, Tails. How are you? Thank you for the raid. But oh my god, those checks are like so fucking fast. Ow. Pain. Thank you for the follow, River. Ah yes, the wiggle tails. The tails wiggle.
I mean, it's him. Look at the sword. I know, right?
There's nothing more for you here.
Wait, there's something I want to ask you too. What were you doing at that air crane? Just who are you? What is that sword of yours?
Those matters exceed your comprehension. Do not ask of them again. Go. I have nothing more to say.
Are you talking about Dax? I have no idea what Dax was doing. Hi, Panda. How are you? Also, how was your game, Tails? And if you're talking about Dax, I have no idea what Dax is doing. Unless you're talking about Witch. Witch is asleep because he has work tonight. I mean, Morgan, I can make you a mod. I'm okay. Hey, yo. You excitedly walk in to see Wraith in his sexiest outfit yet. Hey, yo. You mean exactly how I saw him when I dared him to take off his shirt the first time? Better leave that to the preacher. I don't think Dax is a professional. He doesn't even pay attention to me half the time. Abandonment. Your eyes do that cartoon thing where they bug out of your out of your skull. In true Wraith fashion, his reaction is a little more subdued. He just looks at you and sort of smiles. Hope you have something for me that's going to make me as happy as I just made you. Look at this guy, so open and comfortable in his own skin. cloak, painted, burnt flesh thing. Beaming, you hold up the bell. It took me all over the island, but I found it. Spirit stole it because it's a long story. Now you want to tell me what we'll be doing with it? Wraith holds the bell and tears up. He kisses it. Weird. Only one more thing until we can finish this. What are we finishing? Or should I say who? You wink. Always a nice touch. You know I can't tell you that yet. But while we wait, Wraith hands you a super sexy outfit. Outfit is maybe too strong of a word. This is barely more than just a tiny bit of cloth connected by various thin elastic bits. You look at it and bite your lip. Should I change? You'd better. You duck behind one of the obelisk and take off your clothes, slipping into your new sheer, fairly there collection of straps. It is incredibly revealing. Somehow you look more naked with this on than you would if you were actually naked. It's really something. Eyes appear. Sorry, it's impressive. You return to Wraith and model your new outfit. I'm wearing basically nothing. Oh, just you wait. The lights dim. Oh, dang, is this what you've been waiting for, you little freak? Relaxed and confident, Wraith is a totally different person than the introverted loner you met when you arrived on the island. Are you ready? I want to give you my heart. I'm ready. The lights go out. It's so chilly. Don't worry, we'll warm up. He's not wrong. Wraith's naked skin feels like fire on yours, the fire he's been so afraid of this whole time. You melt into his arm, his lips exploring, I should probably leave you two alone. Feels weird to be documenting this. Before I give you my heart, I'm going to give you something else. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you in hold up. Even in the dark, I think I know that smell. It's like salad dressing mixed with suntan olive oil. Dwight and Claudette? I guess they like to watch. Hold that thought, lovebirds. Wraith, your special guest is here a little early. Wow, I didn't know human bodies could fit that way together. Sure they can. I'll show you when we're done tonight. The light pops back on. You and Wraith are still wearing virtually nothing. No time to get dressed. We've got to go immediately. That's right. It's secret hatch reveal time. And no, that's not a double entendre. Follow us. Dwight and Claudette disappear into an open hatch in the ground. Wraith throws on some clothes and you both follow. I'm mad. I'm gonna fight both Dwight and Claudette. It's even colder down here. Well, have fun. Our job pretty much stops at getting you here. Contrary to what you may have heard, we don't like to watch. Not this. See you later. They climb back up the ladder as you turn around. Across from you stands a very old Nigerian woman. Grandma Abby. Philip! They embrace. You're suddenly very aware of how exposed your skin is and how chilly you are. Forgive me, Agro. This is my grandmother. Abigail. Pleased to meet you, Agro. So you're the one my little Philip has chosen. Interesting. Interesting. What does that mean? Do you have to earn the respect of Grandma Abby now? I can't wait to get to know the person my Philip has decided to give his heart to. Come, help me make drinks. You go with Grandma Abby. I have to prepare the bell. Happy to, Philip. Wraith looks sheepish, like he'd reverted a little back to his old self. Oh yeah, I guess I never told you my real name. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his last name. I feel so bad. I'm gonna feel awful if I, mess that up, so we're just calling him Philip. You bow deeply. Nice to meet you, Philip. Wraith laughs. Wraith laughs, grabs the bell and leaves. Grandma Abby takes your hand and guides you to the table with potions. Come, let's get some refreshments. I'm an old lady, and it's not so easy for me to mix these exactly. My hands just aren't as steady as they once were. You'll need to help me pour. Now that doesn't seem like time for questions, like, what is this, or are we supposed to drink these possibly poisonous liquids? Just get to it. Fill that cup up. Oh, that was so bad. Can I restart? Can I? God, I'm so bad at these. That could have been better, but I certainly wouldn't be able to manage it. I suppose it will have to do. Come while we wait. I want to make sure you're the one. You sit across from her and she smiles brightly at you. Philip has been through so much. He saw things as a child that no child should ever have to ever even think about. I fear what that could do to a person. But not Philip. He is thoughtful and strong-willed. He is a good boy. I agree. Although thinking back to what you two were getting up to right before this, maybe you don't agree. Tell me, Aggro, Philip's birthday is coming up. What would you get him as a gift? Statue of a horse. I don't know. Something big and bold. Maybe a statue. Maybe a statue of a horse. You have no idea why you said that. You immediately regret it. But Grandma Abby's face lights up. Full. That would remind him of the night, his favorite chess piece. I know. You liar. But that's exactly why I chose it. Okay, tell me this. If Philip could be a tree, what kind of tree would he be? Cactus. A true survivor, prickly on the outside, but warm on the inside. You can be alone and thrive in any climate, like Wraith. Grandma Abby nods, content, then she calls out, Philip, we are ready. Give me a couple more minutes. She turns back to you. Well then, how about a game to lighten the mood before a big event? How about we do some constellation trivia, or play cornhole? Whoa, how convenient. You have played one of these before. Never mind the fact they were in a different location. It makes no sense that you could do them here, underground in a completely different area. We had plenty of money to make some other minigames, okay? This is Dead by Daylight. Just have some goddamn fun for once in your life. Yes, it's... Since one of these games may be familiar to you, who knows, you might get an extra relationship status boost if you try the one you haven't before. Well, what do I know? I'm just an omniscient narrator. Cornhole coming right up. Toss that little skull. Oh, man. Oh, God, I'm bad at this. I'm bad at these checks. I'm so bad at these. Oh my God, every fucking time. I do it too fucking soon. An admirable performance. Not perfect, not terrible. Not exactly a description a grandmother wants to use on the love of her precious grandson's life, but so be it. I'm glad you got a moment to relax. Sorry I yelled at you earlier. It's been a long game. Wraith re-enters holding the bell. It looks brand new. I think we're ready. Time to drink up. Grandma Abby hands out the potions or drinks you made. First to Wraith, then herself, then you. She stops and looks at you. She stares down at you intensely with a sweet smile on her face. No matter what you do, you cannot abandon my Philip. Do you understand? He has been abandoned his whole life. I regret leaving that bunker. His parents regret leaving our village. But he is here now, and he has opened up to you. Of all people, you cannot betray him, or I will haunt you from my grave. And my spectral form is not always as nice as this one before you right now. Oh, thank you for that advice. Of course, dear. Now, where were you before I arrived? We were with a fully clothed... Okay, she knows. She does. Of course I do. It's a requirement of the ritual. The what? Grandma Abby and Wraith stand up and walk to the wall. Walk to the wall with hanging chains and locks. Are you ready? Yes, I am finally ready to leave this place. As Grandma Abby places Wraith in chains, your jaw drops. What is happening? This is what we've been working towards. This is how we consummate our relationship. The Call of the Black Veil would do this ritual to leave and return to the island. One lover would be sacrificed and the other would do the sacrificing. So here I am, ready to move on, to be sacrificed. No, this is crazy. I don't even know what to do. That's why Grandma Abby's ghost was summoned, to help. Philip's heart must be removed, lit on fire, and the bell rung. Everything you've done here has been building to this. Aw, dude. I can't. Oh, in shock, you look up at Wraith, arms and legs splayed across against the cold, mossy stone. You have to do the ritual. You have to carve out my heart. You don't get an invitation like that every day. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? You've done so well, you've earned it. We're almost at the finish line. You didn't think I brought you all this way without a plan, did you? What kind of sinister body of salt? water do you think I am? I'm sorry I didn't tell you before I couldn't. You never would have come with me on this journey. A disturbingly calm Grandma Abby hands you a jagged dagger. It seems far too dull for this job. All he wants to do is leave this place with you. You can make it happen. Those who slay together stay together. Grandma Abby, still witty under very intense and disturbing circumstance. This ritual requires sacrifice on both ends. We both need to be in love with each other. I love you, and I've been waiting to give you my heart. Please, take it. Oh, fine. I love you too. I don't like this. Stifling tears, you accept the dagger from Grandma Abby, and after taking a moment to compose yourself, plunge it into Wraith's chest. He winces and groans as you slice him open. I'm sorry. As you dig the knife in, Wraith reaches out and brushes his thumb across your cheek. Even in the nightmare situation, your heart races and your cheeks flush red. He smiles through the pain. Your hair was covering your face. I wanted to get a better look at you. Awkward. Not as awkward as what you're actually doing, though. Which, to remind you, is plunging a dagger into the chest of your beloved. Right after declaring your love for each other in order to remove his heart for a strange ritual that may be complete bullshit. Real Romeo and Juliet vibes. Wraith goes limp as you insert your hand into the gaping hole you've made. It's slippery and warm, and you're not a doctor. How are you supposed to? Oh no, there it is. You've slipped your hand under his ribcage, and that is definitely a heart. You try not to vomit as you wrap your fingers around it, take a breath and pull. Slides out surprisingly easy. Grandma Abby snips some arteries and veins and takes the heart from you. Covered in blood and tears, you watch her put your beloved hearts in a stone dish and light it on fire. She takes the bell, looking fresh and shiny and new, and rings it. There's a blinding flashing light in that instant. You worry you killed Wraith for nothing, and then blackness. Through the darkness, you hear the sounds of the waves lapping. It's calm and still, just like when this journey began. Remember that? Feels like it was just 2 hours, 57 minutes ago. You realize everything is dark because your eyes are closed. You decide to keep them that way for just one more moment. You did it. You fell in love with a killer. You made him fall in love with you. And you consummated your relationship by agreeing to sacrifice him in a questionable ritual in order to get off this island. Did you do the right thing? Did you play the game correctly? You open your eyes, you're still here, but you feel a weight has been lifted. You look to your right. Wraith is here, alive. He has stitches in his chest. Your love is alive, but the ritual didn't work. What is going on in this place? Outside, Claudette and Grandma Abby buried Dwight in a hole, sculpting him into a sandcastle in the shape of a T-Rex. We could join them and play in the sand. Or we could get down and dirty right here in my cabana. Let's leave them out there until high tide, maybe longer. Wraith smiles. He's such a nerd. I love it. That's Dino for I love you. I love that. I did it. I beat it once. Hey, I'm just happy Ray's still alive. I'll take it. This was actually a pretty cute game, I'm not gonna lie. And I probably will play through it again. And do the spirit, I'll do the spirit playthrough next. Or maybe Huntress. Or maybe, just maybe I'll do Trapper. Maybe I'll hold a, poll for it. In either the Discord or on Twitter. So that everyone gets to choose who I'll romance next. I do want to do all 4, but I'm saying about who's next on the list. So, Dax, how do you feel about Wraith now? I feel bad that assholes. You know what? Fair. I think I love Wraith more than I did originally. Look at this Huntress, though. Fucking Trapper. Uh, Huntress is thick. I also really want to drink whatever this is because it looks really good. But god damn, Huntress. I'm right about Trapper though. What do you mean? What did I say about Trappist? Huh? I know you would. I know you would romance Trapper just for the just for the fuck of it. Hmm. What to do next? So I have a few games that I could play on PC where I already have all my stuff set up, or I can move to my Xbox to play one of those games. I know the plan was Metro um for yesterday, and I ended up holding that off. But I also have Papers, Please, A Date with Death. I Love You, Colonel Sanders, Dream Daddy. I Can't Believe It's Not Gambling, Lethal, Final Fantasy 14, Baldur's Gate 3. Those are the games I have on PC right now. So I got pretty far in Dream Daddy. I just never finished it fully. I'd probably have to restart it at this point because I don't remember where I was at. Could keep with the Smash or Pass vibe. That also means I could technically go with A Date with Death, I Love You, Colonel Sanders, and then I could also do Dream Daddy. Dream Daddy would probably have to be the last of those because I think it would be the longest. I don't think A Date with Death takes that long, and I don't think I Love You, Colonel Sanders takes very long either. Date with Death. We going with okay, let's go with the let's go with A Date with Death just because of the reviews of everyone saying that they're gonna get him pregnant. Art mean to the art. Hey, hey, yo. You mean, am I gonna draw myself with? I actually. So what I might do, um, Wow, this game is loud. Holy shit. I might actually do art of aggro and Wraith, because Wraith was the first one. Wraith was the first one that I romanced, so I have to do art with Wraith first. And then I'll do it. I'll do art in order of which route I take. So if you guys want me to do a Huntress and aggro, that means I have to do Huntress's line next. So it's either I do Huntress, Trapper, or Spirit next. You're gonna have to choose which of those three I end up romancing next. You're not wrong, guys. You're not wrong.